training, puspusan talaga, patayan. Kung wala kang disiplina, parang baliwala rin yung mga training mo na sobrang pagod.
Tuloy pa rin yung ensayo, tsaka meron rin parang nabisi tayo po. Pero kahit pa paano yung boxing, nasa puso talaga, meron kalimutan talaga.
Nandito po tayo sa loob ng Okada Manila Grand Ballroom for another edition of Blow by Blow. Please subscribe and follow us on our social media platforms sa Facebook, sa Instagram, sa YouTube. Panurin po natin ang Blow by Blow every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. on One Sports Signal TV. That's Channel 41. Sama-sama po tayong panuorin itong mga napakagandang mga laban on Manny Pacquiao presents Blow by Blow in partnership with Ginebra San Miguel. At ang parating natin na laban, it's an 8-rounder, 122-pound limit. And it'll be a Cabrillos kontra Cannu. Si Cabrillos po, wala pa pong talo to. Ang record po niya is 6-0 with 4 knockouts. He's 22 years old. Both of them with outstanding reach, 67 inches for Cabrillos, 67.5 para kay Jimmy Ramizo Cannu. Now, Cannu has not fought in a while. His last fight was in October of 2023. So over a year's layoff for Jimmy Ramizo Cannu. And he's fighting in his 4th blow-by-blow event. Cabrillos is fighting in his 3rd blow-by-blow event. And let's turn you over to our ring announcer, Bobby Madahar, for the official intros.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighter coming into the ring, Jimmy Ramizo Cannu. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighter coming into the ring, Bryan Cabrillos. Ladies and gentlemen, Manny Pacquiao presents Blow by Blow here in Okada, Manila, Hotel and Casino, Parañaque City. In partnership with Ginebra San Miguel, lamang ang may tapang. In coordination with Rotary International, District 3810, headed by Governor Jackie Rodriguez, and District Rotary Foundation, Chair PDG Lisa Elorde. All professional boxing bouts are sanctioned by the Games and Amusements Board. GAB Chairman, Attorney Francisco Rivera. GAB Commissioners, Attorney Manuel Plaza III and Angel Bautista. The Chief of Boxing and Other Contact Sports, Mr. Rodil Manaog. Ringside Physicians, Dr. Alfred de la Fuente and Dr. Noel Napa. Timekeepers, Estela Igasa, Romulo Santiago. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighter fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 120.2 pounds. He has a record of 4 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Nas Boxing Stable, Mangahan Commonwealth, Quezon City, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Ramizo Cannu. Right across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 123 pounds. He has a record of 6 wins, no loss, 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of MP Boxing Gym, Davao City. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Cabrillos. Judges at ringside, Eduardo Nobleza, Virgilio Garcia, Carlo Baluyot, and our third man in the ring, referee Jojo Llanera. This will be 8 rounds of professional boxing.
Jimmy, Bryan, makinig kayo sa akin ha. Protektahan ang inyong sarili. Pag sinabi kong wala nang susuntok ha. Okay, touch gloves. Good luck.
Scheduled for 8 po tayo. And this is in the 122-pound division. Super bantamweight division. Or Cabrillos, the undefeated fighter, wearing the blue trunks. At ang kalaban po niya si Cannu, wearing the white trunks. Si Cannu po, coming off back-to-back draw decisions. And ang record po niya on blow-by-blow events is 2 wins and 1 draw. So both these fighters are blow-by-blow veterans. Si Cabrillos po, this is his 3rd blow-by-blow action. And in his first 2 fights on blow-by-blow, he scored 2 knockouts. He's Cannu throwing caution to the wind very early in this fight. He's attacking. He's showing aggressiveness. Cabrillos out to preserve his unblemished record. 4 knockouts and 6 wins. Wala pa siyang talo. In his last fight, he scored a majority 8-round decision over Sem Enano. And he is now in his 2nd 8-rounder. That was his last fight where he weighed 120 pounds. Cannu.
Break it up. Box.
Showing that he's in there to duke it out against Cabrillos. And unmindful of that perfect record ni Cabrillos. Cannu, as we mentioned, he's coming off a long layoff. Hasn't fought in a year. Pero ngayon, he's on a comeback trail. Standing target si Cannu. He's not moving around. He's standing straight up against Cabrillos. Missing with the right hand is Cannu. Connecting with the left hand. Cannu is a southpaw, orthodox fighter, si Cabrillos. Third man in the ring is referee Jojo Llanera. These fighters are trading hard shots. Nothing powder puff from both ends. Hard right hand thrown by Cabrillos, just missed. At tumama yung kanan ni Cannu just as Cabrillos was moving away. Cannu launching a 2-fisted attack. 1-2 combination coming from Cabrillos. Malakas yun. We've got the makings here of an action-packed bout scheduled for 8. At makikita natin, star-studded yung corner ni Cabrillos. He not only has Nonoy Neri, one of the staff ni Senator Manny Pacquiao, one of the training staff, but he also has the former IBF light flyweight champion Tasi Macalos. And that was the left hand scored there by Cannu. He wasn't even looking at the target. Punch of the round brought to you by Nina San Miguel. And there's Jimmy Ramiso Cannu. Ang tawag sa kanya, Batang Warayon. Originally from Tacloban. And now based in Commonwealth, Quezon City with the Naz Boxing Stable. Yan po si Jimmy Ramiso Cannu. Record of 4 wins and 1 loss with 2 draws and 1 knockout. Some hard shots being thrown by Cabrillos. Cannu looks like he's got a cheering squad here at the Okada Manila Grand Ballroom cheering for him. Right hand scored there by Cannu. But the delivery is just 1 punch at a time. He's got to throw those combinations. Cabrillos throwing that left jab. Shot to the body and then moving away. Good movement by Cabrillos. Never standing in the pocket. Here's Cannu.
Stop. Break. Box.
Cannu pushing Cabrillos away. Cabrillos always a very dangerous fighter. 4 knockouts and 6 wins. Hasn't tasted defeat. Nice counter-punching coming from Cannu. Cabrillos, nice 3-punch combination. Triggered by that left uppercut. Cannu isn't throwing that jab. He's going for a big punch. And Cabrillos moving deftly away from harm's way. Good defense by Cabrillos.
Stop.
Some heavy exchanges by both these fighters. A punch to the body there by Cabrillos. That was a hard punch. Cannu missing wildly with that right uppercut. Cabrillos catching Cannu, coming in. But Cannu showing tremendous aggressiveness in taking the fight to Cabrillos. That was an action-packed second round. And I can't wait for the punch of the round brought to you by Ginebra San Miguel. Ito na. Some hard punches being connected by both these fighters. There's a left hand galing kay Cabrillos. And that had to be the punch of the round brought to you by Ginebra San Miguel. And the Okada Manila Grand Ballroom in Parañaque City, graced by a lot of special guests, boxing officials, Rotary executives, Rotary members, and our friends from different parts of the world converging at the Okada Manila Grand Ballroom to witness the proceedings on Manny Pacquiao presents Blow by Blow in partnership with Ginebra San Miguel. Ang paborito natin lahat, Cabrillos. Exploding momentarily and then backing off. Cannu connecting with the left hand.
Stop. Stop.
Just no respect for each other, both these fighters, giving it all they have. That's si Cannu. As you see his cornermen giving instructions when they can, watching the fight intently. those bombs being thrown by Cabrillos. And Cannu is throwing his own bombs. There's a lot of detonation going on inside that ring right now. Cabrillos coming in with a 1-2, but Cannu's right there. Both fighters very determined to win this fight. Cannu raising both his arms. Nice head movement on the part of Cabrillos, as Cannu missing those shots.
Stop. Huwag kayong magtulakan, ha? Ha? Okay? Okay? Okay, box!
And these fighters are throwing hard shots.
Stop! Stop!
And not so much technique being shown here. It's just all power.
Box!
As both fighters are intent to inflict pain on each other.
Stop!
Cannu appears to be slowing down. We're just in round number 3. But he's taking a lot of punishment from Cabrillos.
10 seconds! Time!
And that's the end of the round. Timing a little bit better here para kay Cabrillos. Cannu showing signs that he's getting hurt. And his attacks are starting to get sporadic. Yan po si Cabrillos being attended to by Nonoy Neri. Ang trainer ni Cabrillos trying to preserve that unblemished record. We've got a packed house dito po sa Okada Manila Grand Ballroom. As you see, the punch of the round brought to you by San Miguel Beer. Nakatama doon si Cannu, but nabalikan siya kaagad ni Cabrillos. And that has been the way of this fight. It's just one exchange after the other. Very closely contested bout. Scheduled for 8 in the super bantamweight division. And this was a division where Senator Manny Pacquiao won his first world championship in the US. His second overall, his first world championship was a WBC flyweight championship. Then he won the IBF super bantamweight title in Las Vegas in 2001. And here's Cannu on the attack. He's not taking a step back. At ito naman si Cabrillos. Appears to be a little more accurate. And also appears to be stronger as he smacked the side of the body of Cannu with a big right hand. Matibay din ito si Cannu. He's been taking a lot of shots. And I noticed it back in round number 3. Slowed down a little bit. Cabrillos now throwing a lot more ammunition at this point. He's not throwing any jabs. But you notice si Cannu, natitigil yung kanyang pag-aatake. He's standing in front of Cabrillos. Cabrillos is taking his time, being very patient, and he's making Cannu miss. Here's Cabrillos once more, putting a lot of pressure on Cannu. Cannu's right by the corner. Cannu exploding himself. Nice right hand coming from Cannu. And he pushes Cabrillos back. Just when I thought that Cannu was slowing down, all of a sudden he explodes. Cannu doing a good job of protecting himself from that right straight ni Cabrillos.
Seconds.
10-second clapper has sounded.
Time.
And that's the end of the round. Momentarily, mapapanood po natin ang punch of the round brought to you by Ginebra San Miguel. Ito na po yan. There's going to be that right hand coming from Cannu and then a glancing left hand coming from Cabrillos. Punch of the round brought to you by Ginebra San Miguel. Si Jay Naz, ang trainer po ni Jimmy Ramizo Cannu. Here we go, round number 5.
Stop! Walang susuntok, wala. Box.
Big shots there, big scored by Cannu.
Stop, break, break. Break. Box.
Some loose tape on the glove, on the left glove of Cannu. And we're going to see referee Giorgio Llanera, once he spots that, he's going to ask for an interruption of the action.
Stop, break.
A big opening spurt dito sa round number 5. Ito na po si referee Llanera. Naspot niya yung loose tape.
Neutral, neutral.
And they're going to tape it up instead of cut out that loose tape.
Timing. Box.
Okay, the action continues. Maganda yung pasimula dito ni Cannu in round number 5. Let's see whether Cabrillos can come back. It's Cannu who is detonating like dynamite in this round. He's all over the ring.
Stop, break. Box.
Nice right hand scored by Cannu just as Cabrillos was coming in to deliver his own shot.
Stop, break.
And you're seeing the voices, we are hearing the voices of the cornermen of both these fighters screaming instructions. And this is a pendulum fight, swinging both ways. You see that 360-degree turn of Cannu, and then he comes right back to score. Action now in the middle of the ring. Cannu is not moving around. His feet are planted right on the canvas. Cabrillos is not taking advantage.
Stop, break, break, break. Time. Neutral, neutral.
And once again, that loose tape is being taped up.
Neutral. 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 Time in. Box.
That's not a knockdown. Ruled a slip by referee Jojo Llanera, but on the attack is Cannu. Wow, what action we're watching at the end of round number 5. Trying to preserve his unbeaten record. Ito po ang ating punch of the round. Right hand scored by Cannu. And then he tries to follow up with an avalanche of blows. It's been a war inside that ring. Ito na po ang round number 6 natin. And once again, si Cannu is just standing his ground. He's not moving. He's offering himself as a standing target. And Cabrillos is not able to take advantage. He's not throwing those combinations. In fact, eto na si Cannu once more.
Stop!
Cannu is like a freight train.
Break! Stop! Stop! Huwag ka lang magtutulakan. Box.
Cabrillos scoring with the left hand that time.
Stop! 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 Step back! Step back! Box!
Not too much body punching we've seen in this fight. A lot of head blows being exchanged.
Stop! Stop!
And very clearly, Cannu wants to get back on the winning trail. His last 2 fights ended up in draws. One a split draw and the other a majority draw. And Cabrillos complaining to the referee of a low blow. But if he doesn't get the call, they've got to keep fighting and protect yourself at all times. 1-2 combination coming from Cabrillos. But Cannu can take those hard shots and come back firing. Cannu with the left hand. And Cannu is giving as much as he's taking, or maybe even more. A very rare shot to the body by Cabrillos, and then he goes back to the head with an uppercut. Here's Cannu. And Cabrillos fighting back. Cabrillos has punches landing on the gloves of Cannu, and Cannu comes right back. Once more, no body punching that we've seen here. Matibay din ito si Cannu. You know, when he's standing in front of Cabrillos, parang sinasabi niya, alika, saktan mo ako. And Cabrillos actually going to the wrong corner. Punch of the round, panoorin po natin. There's a left hand coming from Cabrillos that's grazing the chin. Mr. Jackie Rodriguez of the Rotary District Governor is in the house, enjoying the action. Might be a little blood in the corner of the right eye of Cannu as he comes charging back with a combination. And more punches coming from Cannu. This guy has got a lot of heart. And here comes Cannu once more. He's just been so consistent with his attack. Cabrillos trying to open up the defense ni Cannu. He's not able to break it down. Good defense by Cannu, holding both his arms up. And his gloves blocking the shots of Cabrillos. Now he comes charging back. Cabrillos on the receiving end. And the twisting movement that Cabrillos showed in the early going of this fight, hindi natin nakikita. So he's not able to execute his fight plan. Good counter punch there by Cannu. And once more, his cheering squad getting really loud. Left hand connected there by Cabrillos in a combination. He's got to keep working those punches, those combinations. And all Cabrillos has to do is to let his hands go, because Cannu is a standing target. As you see right now, hindi siya gumagalaw. Nandun lang siya sa harapan ni Cabrillos. And so for Cabrillos, he's got to be able to let his hands go and throw those combinations. A rare shot to the body by Cabrillos. And then an uppercut. And then the left hand. A left hand coming from Cannu. Antitiban itong dalawa. They've taken some hard shots. A sweeping right uppercut coming from Cannu as the bell sounding the end of that round.
Last round.
Here we go. So, I correct myself. There's no blood. Round number 8. Ito na po ang last round natin. And very quickly, Cannu, with guns blazing, opening this last round. Ganun din si Cabrillos. Unahan na lang ito sa suntukan eh. Kung sinong mauna. Oh, nice left hand coming from Cannu.
Stop, break, box. Last round.
And si Cannu, parang kamikaze fighter. The way he's moving in, he's taking some shots as he moves in.
Last round.
But he couldn't care less. Basta pasok lang siya ng pasok. Trying to dish out as much as he can. Cabrillos throwing some bombs of his own. Mahirap sabihin kung sino lamang dito. I'm thinking this could go down to a draw.
Stop. Box.
And some shots to the body this time. And we did mention earlier that halos walang body punching dito. Both these guys were hunting for the head. And less than a minute to go here before the end of this fight.
Stop. Break.
A late flurry could decide the outcome of this contest. Time is ticking away. Paubos na ang oras. Momentarily, we're gonna hear the 10-second clapper sound. There's a 10-second clapper. Patapos na ang oras. Seconds to go. And it's over. Tapos na po yung ating exciting contest. It went the distance, 8 rounds. Cabrillos contra Cannu. And hard to say kung sinong nanalo dito. Bryan Cabrillos, Jimmy Ramizo Cannu. Panoorin po natin ang punch of the round. And that shot coming from Cabrillos. A shot to the head and another shot to the head. First with the right hand, then with the left. And Cabrillos getting the honor for that punch of the round, brought to you by Ginebra San Miguel. And we've got the official announcement now from Bobby Mondejar.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, here are the scores of the 3 judges. Judge Baluyot scored it 77-75. Cabrillos. Judge Garcia scored it 76-76. And Judge Nobleza scored it 76-76. We have a majority draw. Tabla po mga kaibigan.
A majority draw has been announced. And we mentioned it. We said it had the makings of a draw. Cabrillos keeps his unblemished record. Wala pa po siyang talo, but his record is now 6 wins, no loss, and 1 draw, while Cannu has registered his 3rd straight draw decision. He can't seem to get a break. And Cabrillos actually got the nod of one of the judges, si Judge Carlo Baluyot, 77-75, but 2 other judges had it a draw, so majority draw is the decision after 8 rounds of tremendous action-packed boxing between Cabrillos and Cannu. Makita po natin sa in round number 2. And that time, a shot to the head by Cannu. And both these fighters really giving it all they had. Round number 3. More up and down action. We call this a pendulum fight, which is the reason why in the middle of the fight we suggested that it might end up a draw. And it certainly did. Majority draw decision po. Round number 5, makita po natin some action highlights brought to you by Ginebra San Miguel. Ang paborito natin lahat. Right hand scored there by Cannu in the end fighting. And round number 6, there's more action. Cannu just missing with the uppercut. Cabrillos coming right back with the right hand, but a glancing blow. Round number 7. A shot by Cabrillos, 1-2. But then Cannu coming right back with the right hand. And round number 8, the last round. And Cannu scoring with the left hand. And Cabrillos scoring with the right, and then a left hand. And Cabrillos screaming with delight because he thought he lost that fight. And Cabrillos thumping his chest. He escaped with a majority draw. Cabrillos and Cannu fighting to an 8-round majority draw.
Yung mga suntok po kasi nung last laban ko sa Blue by Blue, 2, 1, ganun po suntok, kaya dinabihan ko na po sa training, puspusan talaga, patayan. Yun po yung sobrang halaga po sa isang boxer. Importante po kasi kung wala kang disiplina, parang baliwala rin yung mga training mo na sobrang pagod. Tapos yun, wala kang disiplina. Sir, salamat po sa opportunity dito, sir, na makalaban ulit sa palaro mong blue by blue. Isa po sa mga boxer po na napangarap pong lahat na makalaban dito sa televised na blue by blue. Thank you po. Shoutout nga pala sa mga kaibigan ko at especially sa pamilya ko at sa IP Davao. Salamat sa mga suportas ninyo.
Lumaban rin naman po ako, pero ayun nga po. Tuloy pa rin yung ensayo, tsaka meron rin parang nabisi tayo po. Pero kahit pa paano yung boxing, nasa puso talaga, mayroon kalimutan talaga. Nag-training naman po ako ng maayos kahit pa paano po. Ensayo po kami ng maayos, ng mga team ko, tsaka trainer ko. Ayun, tsaka doon na lang po yata sa laban mangyayari po, yung ensayo. Good luck sa atin dalawa. Ayun. Shoutout ko po pala dyan yung mga taga-Tacloban City, Leyte. Lalo na po yung mayor namin dyan, si Alfred Romaldes. Ayan, tsaka sinashoutout ko po pala yung kapatiran po namin ng Iglesia ni Cristo.
And Judge Nobleza scored it 76-76. We have a majority draw. Tabla po mga kaibigan.